I think I have cracked the code as to why like adults, young adults love comics and manga so much. Honestly, it's probably one of the reasons you're following this channel when I say it. Whether you read comics or manga or not, I really feel there's a deep calling to these comics that kind of draw us in. And if you stay to the end of this video, I'm going to tell you why. What a hook, Dylan! What a hook! For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dylan Barr. I'm a co-creator of the Universe Unfound Anamnesis, and more specifically, the Bastunia series. We're going to be saying that more, the Bastunia series. Moving on, we're launching our first comic here in mid-February, hopefully a little bit sooner. But for those that have been following the channel, you realize that we want to co-create this with our following. This first series of about 15 mini books, 25 page books, is going to be going on for this year. And that's us kind of introducing you to our main characters, introducing you to the A story, what they're heading towards. But as we continue to create this, we want to start coloring it with our followers. That's you all. And if you have this affinity towards what we're doing, it's probably because what I'm going to talk about here today in this video. For those of you that are new to this series or this YouTube channel, like I said, my name's Dylan, Unfound Anamnesis, co-creator with my buddy Matt Emery and our colleague Evan Winston as our illustrator. If you're liking this content, I'm trying to give authentic, non-clip content, just like, hey, this is who I am. I'm going to make mistakes. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to this. You can always unsubscribe later. Subscribing really helps us out to get our message out to people that don't know us. We've already started to do that, which is awesome. But coming back to what we're going to be doing this year and how you can really have a say in how we're creating Unfound Anamnesis, this epiphany kind of hit me as I took my honeymoon over pretty much the entire month of December. My wife and I were gone from December 3rd to the 22nd. We went to Kenya. We used to live in Kenya. It's where a lot of my lessons that I learned, it's where I learned them to incorporate into these comics. It's where it began. It's where the idea of Unfound Anamnesis began. We went back there and I had a reading spot of the day. I took 15 mangas. Demon Slayer, I took My Hero Academia, I took the Vigilante series, I took Hunter x Hunter, and I just got to be a kid again and go in and read these books. I went through all 15 books in 18 days, and I honestly had 2 days where I had no books to read. I felt like a kid. I did a reading spot of the day. If you guys are following our Instagram page, I'll put the link in the description. We have reels about it now. But what hit me is the lessons I can learn from each of these characters. I don't have to put myself in the shoes of each of these characters, but what each of these characters represent to me to help me live a better life, right? For those of you that followed My Hero Academia, you know, Lemillion or Mirio wants to leave everybody with a smile and laughing for a brighter future. He wants to protect the people that can't stand up for themselves. We have people like Red Riot or Ejirio who don't want anyone that stands behind them to be harmed. They want to protect the innocent. They stand for something great, and I think they all stand for a specific lesson that we can incorporate into our daily lives. I keep these Funko Pops in my office as a reminder to myself of how I want to live. Not who I have to be, but how I want to live. Being able to learn a lesson from them. And we really feel that these lessons taught through this fantasy comic world that we in our human life can't fully amount to. We don't have these superpowers, right? Can't like shoot things out of our hands or read minds or anything like that. But we can learn something from these comics that we can say, hey, that's a cool allegory, a cool lesson I can bring into my daily life. That's what we want to do with comics, right? If you're following this and you have this affinity towards comics, that's probably one of the big reasons is you've learned great lessons through them, and it's helped you become a better person. That's what we want to do for our following, for our readers, right? And that's what we want to help build with all of you. So what we're going to be doing in the year of 2023 is we're going to have a lesson of the day. We're going to throw it on our Facebook page and our Instagram story. and we're going to allow our followers a chance to really vote on them. In the Instagram story, I'm sure you know, like the reaction bar that you can pull left or right, saying, "Hey, right, I really like this." Left, so. And then on Facebook, we're going to have the like system, and we're going to have a lesson of the day that Matt and I have thought of. We have a full document of them. We're going to give it to you, and we're going to have you all vote. How does this lesson sync with you? And at the end of the week, we're going to tally up what was the best lesson. What lesson really seemed to land with our audience? And we're going to find a way to incorporate that lesson into our comics. That's a small way to bring you and your thoughts into the world of Bastunia. And then hopefully one day you all want to say, "Hey, I have a lesson that I want to teach." And you chime up and you reach out to us, whether on Instagram, Facebook, or email. All links will be in the description. So you can create something of your own, because that's the end goal, is to create a world where people are constantly learning from each other and they can put their creation in a place to help do that, to help teach these lessons. So if that's something that interests you, please like, comment, subscribe to this channel and on this video, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, where you can have a chance to actually vote your top lesson of the week into the comics of Bastunia and the universe of the Unfound Anamnesis. That being said, my name's Dylan. It was such a pleasure bringing this content to you. Hopefully you learned something. I could teach you a lesson here. If not, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. As always, take care and have a good new year.